Hi writers, readers, and gamers, I'm Christy Stratus, and today we are back with American McGee's Alice. We're continuing to play this, and we have a new topic of conversation. If you remember, we just defeated this little game here, and we're about to head up and kill this guy, who is not currently in my range to destroy from a distance, unfortunately. Okay, so today's topic I really want to talk about is copyright issues. This is kind of an interesting topic in a lot of different ways. There's gaming copyright issues, there's, of course, writing copyright issues, which I definitely want to talk the most about. Oh, good. Okay, so we're going to kill him from a distance, because who wants to go right up to him? You see how my cards target him? It's kind of cool. Kind of nice. Well, that was easy. So one of the things that I think is really important to talk about is fanfiction. Now, I had written a fanfiction quite some time ago. Oh my god! Did you see that? I almost just died. You and your jumping, Alice. I blame you completely. Okay, let's grab this. Fanfiction is kind of a tricky topic. I had written a fanfiction quite a while ago, and it was an American McGee Alice fanfiction. I just really loved this game and had some... Oh, wait. Oh, dear. Well, that makes it harder, doesn't it? Don't expect this to go smoothly the first time. Alright, I had written a fanfiction about American McGee's Alice, and I just found it really inspirational, motivational, whatever you want to say, and I loved it so much that I had some ideas I wanted to express about basically how Alice got to this point. Now, we know the basic story based on the very beginning introduction that we saw. How on earth am I going to get... Where am I even going? Oh, up there, I see. Oh, dear. Well, I could use that extra step, I think. I'm assuming that... Oh, I don't like them moving parallel to each other. Okay, I'll go this way. But I had some extra stuff that I wanted to do and was really excited about. So I went and wrote the fan fiction, and not really thinking about copyright first. I just wrote it. I do recommend just going ahead and writing things like that because it's all part of your creative process. Whether or not you can publish it, it's kind of good to get that sort of, I don't know, out of your system. There's, for example, something I've been trying to write based on the Morrowind world for quite some time, and that was another copyright issue. Oh dear. Oh, with her jumping, this is really going to be horrible. Oh my god. Okay. Woo! Get up, girl. Do it. Okay. Oh my god. The fear. Oh no, this is the part with all those... Oh, I don't know. Oh, no. Get away from me. We don't like you. Last time, she nearly killed me. Ugh. Good. Go away. Give me all your mana. It's not called that in this game, but whatever. That's cool. That's okay. Alright, we have all the health we can have, and now we have to take a guess at what door we need to take. Alright, we are taking... This is a left-hand door. I don't know what that means. Oh, well. That's just rude. Okay, I had tried writing something about Morrowind. Again, it helped get it out of my system, but it wasn't something I could necessarily publish. I wasn't paying attention. Fantastic. Fantastic! Okay. Again. Okay, let's watch where it goes now. That... Oh, well, there's no way to do that, is there? This could take a while. So I wrote this fanfiction, and then I decided to go on to EA Games. I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I said, alright, let me go on to EA Games and see what they say about fanfiction. Now, I couldn't find anything about fanfiction on EA Games, so I asked on their Facebook page. I got no response. I really wasn't sure what to do, so I kept it under my belt for a while, just read it and reread it, and still liked it a lot. So I was like, alright, what can I do with this? Maybe I could put it on Wattpad. Wattpad, a lot of fanfiction goes on Wattpad. They have a whole section for it, and they actually do have some kind of statement saying that they encourage fanfiction. So I thought, maybe that means that I can just post whatever fanfiction I want there, and I don't really have to worry about copyright because maybe they cover me. So I did some more research. I went into there. Maybe it was frequently asked questions. Maybe it was something deeper than that. I don't remember. But I did look it up, and it was essentially sort of skirting the issue, which is not really anything against Wattpad. They're just trying to protect themselves. And they basically said, like, yeah, you can post fan fiction here, but they didn't really give the details of copyright. I think that this was a while ago, so I think I got the impression that it really depended on you doing your own research on copyright, which makes sense. They can't cover everyone, just like YouTube can't cover everyone for all the different games that you could play that the game companies might not agree with you actually publishing. That's another thing I'll tell you about in a minute. But I went and, since I couldn't get an answer from EA Games, I realized that this was not a good idea, especially if I was going to continue putting out my own stuff. I didn't want to go up for, like, legal issues or whatever. Let's see what's going on. Oh, more bad guys? You silly people. Why are there so many bad guys? What, are you trying to defend this place? Very silly. Oh! Don't get so close. Oh, great. Ugh. Good thing I have this knife to throw, because otherwise I'd be in a lot of trouble. So I went back and did some more research on copyright and fan fiction outside of both Wattpad and EA Games and all of that, and here's what I found basically. Now, again, I'm no copyright expert, so please don't quote me on this.
Entering
don't do
school
something
requires a real leap of logic.
Oh, great, I'm gonna have to jump. Fantastic. Okay, I'm no copyright expert. I just know what I basically read. I'm assuming this means we need to jump in here. Yes, okay. And basically what it was you can do fanfiction. You are generally covered for fanfiction as long as you are not using distinctive qualities of whatever you're writing about. Now that is where it gets tricky, because distinctive qualities is sort of something that could be almost anything in a way. So if I use Alice in Wonderland, of course that's over 70 years old, so it's kind of fair game at this point. That's how I understand, copyright having to do with fiction. However, doing American McGee's Alice, if I'm talking about distinctive qualities of her costume, I could be in for a copyright lawsuit. That's how I understood it. It has all to do with those distinctive qualities. Now, if I describe Alice as having gone into some kind of issue because of her psychological problems, because of something that happened in her youth with her parents, and now she ended up in Wonderland and it's a darker place. And from there, if I sort of describe the cards as bad guys, which they kind of were to begin with in Alice in Wonderland in a way, and I go and make every character a bad guy, but maybe I don't really describe things the way American McGee's Alice shows it to you in the video game, and if I don't describe her the way that she's shown in this game and sort of maybe go with my own version, or just don't describe her in general, which I do in a lot of my fiction anyway, I think that that's how you can do fan fiction. However, I've seen plenty of fan fiction with lots of descriptions of copyrighted characters, so this is where it gets very confusing, and a lot of websites can't really give you a solid definition that you can defend yourself with. So my advice to you is to be very careful if you're doing fan fiction. A lot of people do it and don't really care, and they don't get in trouble. Oh, well. This child is disturbing. Does anybody else find this child to be... You're walking into... Okay. That's cool. I guess that's why it's spelled with a K, because we've got people like this running around. Very interesting phrenology. Alright. I think this all has to do with Alice's psychological problems. We are now seeing a diagram of her brain and what could be wrong with it. The strange, or not what can be wrong with it, but just the different parts. And if you notice at the top, let's aim right up there. Look at my laser pointing cards. Fear is what's pointed out. So of course we know from the introduction to Alice that fear is her biggest problem. She, ran away from a fire, that her parents didn't survive, so there's of course guilt going on, but there's also fear, and that's why she ran. Who wouldn't run from a burning building? But the guilt that comes with all of that is really her biggest issue here. So We'll figure out what these guys represent. Maybe blindness to what she did at the time. Maybe she feels like she should have made a different decision, and at the time she was blinded by her fear, and that's why this kid has no clue that he's walking into a wall. I'm not sure. But that's my general interpretation. Oh my god, does anybody else see these eyes up here? It's like right there. Eyes. Okay, maybe. I don't know if it's just me. Anyway, let's go. I see spider diagram. Okay, interesting. Oh, hi. Thanks for not giving me a fair chance, but that's totally cool. Don't worry about it. Nobody said this game was fair. Oh, wow. I just did something I've never done. Okay, let's just get out of this area because I think it's a little bit difficult from here. Die. Jeez. This is easy, and it's just, I don't know. It's, what is that? I want that. What? It just went away. Oh, pff, rude. Okay, so my general advice to you with fanfiction is be very careful. You know, try to protect yourself by confronting the company. Not confronting, oh my god, that sounds terrible. Don't confront them, that sounds really bad. Just talk to them. Contact them, see what they have to say. You know, probably they'll contact you back and say, hey, that would be great, you know, please do write a fanfiction, and, you know, just don't do this, or make sure to post this. That's my general advice to you, to keep you safe, not to, you know, hinder your creativity. I just don't want to see you guys get into some kind of trouble.
There's a bit more to do than you suggested, don't you think?
No need for sarcasm. I admit my memory's not what it was. But I'm here now. Try to amend its deficiency. The library contains a recipe for the potion. Consult the book of bizarre things. Oh no! Run!
That's just my dog. Ah! Okay. Too close. You're all too close. Death. So I think that we can see. That these are basically children who are, you know, look at the stuff up here. Okay, well this one just doesn't have the rest of his head, but this one. Yeah, see, these all have to do with the place where she is currently in some kind of, I wouldn't say insane asylum necessarily, but some kind of mental hospital, and, you know, lack of control. So that would be how I would rip this apart. Oh, look at the I just love how they do all this detail. Look at this with the tongue and the mouth. And it's really, really cool. Alright, let's go out here. Well, who doesn't like a secret bookcase, huh? I love secret bookcases, and in fact, I actually found one. There was some kind of installation device that I stumbled across. I think I posted it to social media somewhere. This is kind of cool. Have your own secret. Oh, dear. Alright. Ah! Don't fall! Oh, well, she fell. Oh my god! How did I survive? I don't know. Let's never do that again. Ever. Let's never, ever do that. It's ridiculous. Get over here. Let me kill you. He's like, everything's in my way, and yet nothing is in my way. Silly, silly man. Alright. Oh, screams. Okay. Totally cool. Alright, here is the book area. I'm sure there's going to be lots of... Oh. He has no spine. That's cool. Moving on. I love this game. Stay away. Go away. It's a good thing the pressure of the cards sort of pushes them back so they can't even get at me, which is great. Let's see, is there any Shakespeare in here? Any Hamlet? You know, that's my favorite. Henry V. Oh yes, Henry V right here. Fantastic. Okay. I saw you. You can't get away from me. I'm gonna kill you. Come here. You're not even the one I was looking for, but I'll kill you too. I don't have a problem with it. How many of you have written fanfiction, by the way? I'm a little confused as to, like, you know, Star Trek books that I guess must be published with the permission of... Actually, I'm not sure whose permission you would need, but Anyway, there's some kind of permission that is obviously going out since these things are published by major publishing companies and on library shelves, well loved and stuff. I read one of them. It was okay. It was sort of like a caricature of all the characters. You know, it was a little bit extreme. Flying books. I like that. I like flying books. Maybe someday my books will fly. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I guess they must get permission from someone. This is where we came from. But how many of you have written fan fiction and not gotten sued for it? And what did you do? Were you careful about it? Did you just write it and not really think twice? I think most people do that. So I'd love to hear what you do.
Steps to enlightenment brighten the way, but the steps are steep. Take them one at a time.
That was pretty rude of him. I mean, it was helpful to me, but... Oh, let's just get this book here. I really like that oh, hello. I'll just kill you. Don't worry about moving or anything. I'll just murder you while you stand there and not try to hurt me. Ow. Threw my knife for no reason. Alright. I don't know about... Oh! Oh, not so funny anymore. I'm not laughing anymore, I promise. I know a lot of people also post fan fiction on their own websites. I know that there are also places specifically dedicated to fan fiction, not just Wattpad, but there are websites, and I can't think of one off the top of my head. It's like fanfiction.net or something like that. And I had friends who would post there in high school. None of us ever thought about copyright back then, you know, of course. It's just sort of, I really like these characters. I really want to, oh my god, didn't even notice me. I really want to write about them. I want to put them in different situations, or I want to expand a story that has already been created. Some of them work off of like a movie that was already invented, and I am thinking specifically mostly about Star Trek in this case because I think that you know, all the Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, whatever. I think that some of those are the most fan-fictioned. That's just what I have seen. What about you? What have you seen? Is this the case for you as well? Or have you seen that other things are mostly copyrighted? I mean, fanfiction. It's all copyrighted. But fanfiction, if that's a word. If it's not, add it to your dictionary, because I just made it up. I think it's an interesting topic of discussion, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about it. I'm going to have to end it here for now. We will continue with these books. Look, we've got, I think most of them, we are probably looking for one more book judging from this gap right here. And I'm guessing that that is on the next level. We may have to go into another room to find that. I see the observatory over there. So next time, that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish our flying library over here. It's going to be lots of fun. And again, let me know about your fan fiction ideas. Let me know what you know about copyright having to do with fan fiction. Like and subscribe for more of these videos. I will be posting them every week with a different subject of discussion. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I will see you soon.